Last year, was your glass of Irish beer half full or half empty? You remember Notre Dame for its 12-0 regular season or its national championship implosion. In honor of St. Patrick's Day weekend, we're here to discuss the Golden Domers and what they need to do this spring. To help us do that is our managing editor, Pete Futek. All right, there seems to be two trains of thought here, Pete. Some believe the luck of the leprechaun got them to the national championship. Others believe they were leprechaunned. Defensively speaking, how do they? You like that, don't you?
Well crafted.
That's not mine. I won't take credit for that. I won't take credit for that. All right, how do they compensate though on defense here this spring? You lose Manti Te'o, Zeke, Mata, and company.
Well, we talked about this all throughout the season last year with the various correspondents, and that Manti Te'o was the main man. He was the star of the defense, but he did a lot of big things because that defensive front was so great. He didn't have a lot of traffic to get through. He was able to make a lot of clean shots. And this year, the talent level has been raised up so much by Brian Kelly over the last few recruiting classes that the defensive line should be fine. They've got replacements for Te'o. They've got replacements in the secondary. They're going to be faster and more athletic. But the key is the defensive front. Stephon Tuitt, their pass rushing star. A lot of people say he was actually the best defensive player last year for the Irish, not Te'o. I think he has an even bigger year. I think it starts with the defense. They attack a little bit more. I think they're going to be just as good, if not better. They're not going to slip much at all.
All right, that Irish beer again, half full or half empty, right? And that's when we talk about the offense. Good news, bad news. Half full, okay, that's good. Everett Golson does return. Tyler Eifert, though, his favorite target is gone. So what's the focus of Brian Kelly offensively here?
Exact same thing. They've increased that talent level. The speed and athleticism on offense is going to be fine. They lose 7 starters, which is a big problem. They got to focus on the backfield. They lose Sierra Wood, Theo Riddick, and Everett Golson cannot handle the whole running game by himself. They have to find receivers to step up and play. The other area of concern they got to watch out for is special teams. They've got a weapon in George Atkinson III, who did not do that much in the kick return game. The punt return game was awful. For as many tight games as this team is going to play, they've got to be best in the third phase all the time.
Sometimes we'll see a new name that we didn't think of in spring ball that will emerge at the end and grab some headlines. So at Notre Dame, who do you think is going to impress the coaches?
I'm actually going to stick with the old name. I'm going to stick with Everett Golson, and he's got to be the key to this because it's still a quarterback derby. They lost Gunnar Kiel, who transferred out, but they still have Andrew Hendricks. They still have Tommy Rees, and Golson's got to make this offense his. Brian Kelly is a quarterback whisperer. He's great at making good quarterbacks great. Golson is a baller. He's a guy who made too many big plays last year, kind of by the seat of his pants. He took too many chances. This is where he's got to work within the system, be better for the offense. And I think when you're talking about who's the guy we're going to be talking about after spring ball, it's going to be Golson, who's got to take that offense from here to another level because he's going to be the main man for it.
Well, Notre Dame climbed to the top of that college football mountain. Now they'll try to stay there. A lot of focus on the Fighting Irish this spring.
More than usual, yeah.
All right, Pete Futek, thanks very much. Well, how would you like to watch the Final Four on a brand new 60-inch LED Samsung TV? Now is your chance. Starting March the 17th, Campus Insiders will be hosting a Watch and Win sweepstakes on our Facebook page. Just click on the sweepstakes icon, watch the Insiders video, and guess what school they're from. It's just that easy.